So, it seems that another update on the Nazca mummies is in order, much faster than I had initially anticipated it. But before we delve into today's topic, I would like to thank everyone for your views, likes, subscribes and shares, much appreciated, it keeps the channel going. The first and the most important of the updates is an announcement of two new bodies discovered in the Nazca area near the famous Nazca lines. It came up on X and the reveal took place yesterday on Sunday at 11 hours Lima time, and the discovery was presented on Jaime Maussan's YouTube channel. You can find the links to the announcement and the video below. The reveal coincided with the Peruvian Independence Day, by the way. This discovery and announcement was further corroborated by Dr. McDowell, more on whom later in the video. The announcement was provided in the form of a video, which we are going to see in a moment. There are two more Maria or Montserrat type beings and a separate find of a skull. These finds are going to be tested further, but in addition to those, I have also found out a report posted on Twitter a while ago by the group responsible for the mummies, their finding and handling. They claim that the site in the Nazca region where the mummies are found also hosts a facility of sorts, which includes no craft or of otherworldly origin, but what seems to be technology remains according to the claim, a laboratory which may have carried out genetic engineering on the finds. Next, there was also an update regarding DNA. A research group in Canada is apparently conducting an extensive DNA analysis on material from the Nazca mummies, and the results should be published over the course of the next 2 weeks or so. Then, still within the realm of the DNA, we have the results announced by a biologist, Dr. Ricardo Rangel. The results are both baffling and interesting at the same time. It was found that Maria's DNA showed the presence of the Y chromosome, which is characteristic for males, despite Maria being female. That alone could be attributed to various reasons, including sample contamination, and is not even the most interesting find as such. The DNA analysis seems to indicate hybridization involving chimpanzee and human DNA. Thus, the research led to a tentative Latin name for the tentative species Maria and mummies similar to her could be classified into Homo tridactyla, so a three-fingered human-chimpanzee hybrid. If true, such news could be big. Big because, to the best of our knowledge, natural hybridization of that kind, namely a progeny of a human and a chimpanzee, cannot exist, with only 3 interbreedings found in our genome so far involving our really close cousins, so Neanderthals and Denisovans. This find would suggest some form of genetic engineering involved in the creation of the big human-sized Nazca beings. And as such, it still leaves the mystery of the 3 fingers found in them open. Both ourselves and chimpanzees have 5-fingered hands. The discoveries presented by Ricardo Rangel can be viewed in a video posted by the Psychoactive Podcast YouTube channel, a link to which can be found below. While the video itself is in Spanish, it has good English subtitles for the audience who do not know or use Spanish as well. This discovery would put the larger Nazca mummies on the earthly genetic tree of life. As a reminder of those vouching for authenticity of the Nazca bodies, which seems to be more and more confirmed in the case of the larger mummies found, I also wanted to present the initial declaration by Dr. McDowell. John McDowell is a tenured professor in the Department of Diagnostic and Biological Sciences at the University of Colorado, and he was one of the first scientists from highly developed countries expressing interest in studying the Nazca mummies, and he seems to be convinced about their authenticity as well, as per the declaration we are going to hear right now.
specimens that we've examined, some people are calling them bodies, mummies. I'm going to call them specimens. Specimens are real. There are humanoid characteristics, anthropologic findings, osteology, bone analysis, teeth analysis that say that these are human or human-like, the ones that I've evaluated. There are some that are clearly not human, just let me put it that way. But with everything in science, we investigate it. We try to determine what we're finding in the physical world, and we develop a hypothesis to explain what the physical findings are. And we're certainly at the earliest stages of investigation, and we hope that we're invited to continue.
Then again, we also have one Dr. Celestino Piotti, a medical anthropologist from Argentina, granted with seemingly nowhere near as extensive credentials as Professor McDowell, but also a scientist who expressed his interest in studying the mummies. He examined the specimen known as Mauricio and apparently found the necessary evidence which allowed him to state that this was once an actual living being. He also examined the giant hand we can now see on the screen and found a metallic implant in it. Dr. Piotti would be keen on examining the giant specimen in much more detail. The metallic implant found in the body indicates solid knowledge of both metallurgy and anatomy and medicine, to the point which would allow implantations of such objects, likely with a specific purpose in mind which so far remains elusive. So this is a quick update on the Nazca mummies. They continue to remain a very perplexing find, regardless of whether you think they are authentic and were once living beings, or if they are a hoax and are manufactured. In the latter case, the evidence collected thus far still largely leans towards them being an ancient find, which in my opinion opens even more questions if those were actual non-human beings or the fruit of their doing. What comes next for the Nazca mummies then? We can only wait and see, but I will surely keep you posted. Until then, thank you very much for watching, like and subscribe if you enjoyed the content, and I will see you in the next one.